And good morning, everybody. Welcome, Hot Takes, Goodman and Haertl. Bruce, how are you, my friend?
I am good. Ready for the weekend. I trust you are too.
I am. Got to travel out of town today for a fundraising event where it's going to be colder than where it is right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little chilly out here today, so.
I know. Well, it'll be okay. As long as I'm not walking and flying, I think I should be fine.
Pack your parka.
I'm considering it.
Get your puffer coat or whatever it is that you need to stay warm.
I need one of those snazzy Fox 31 Channel 2 jackets that you're wearing.
Let me see what I can do for you.
Yeah. I mean, it would probably sit in the closet, but
I hear you.
I didn't say I'd wear it. I said I need one.
Yeah. I wear them because it was the first thing I grabbed.
When you hop in the Beast, your big weather machine, do you wear that particular jacket?
I have never been in the Beast in my life. But it sounds like I should be. I mean, I should be in the bowels of the Beast or something.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. No, I haven't had that. My understanding is that thing is broken down half of the time. So I don't know.
Did you just give away trade secrets?
Yes.
I mean, they advertise it all the time, and now the Beast is a bust.
Well, the Beast may not actually be. It may be operating, but it seems to me that it's a challenge to keep it on the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, want to let you know about Sasquatch and Wildcard Casinos. They always have great promotions going on, and right now, on December 13th, it's their annual holiday auction for a pair of Super Bowl tickets, tools, jewelry, electronics, toys, and kitchen appliances. You can earn auction currency with every locked up jackpot. I've hit those numerous times. You can also get currency with players' points or daily cash drawings. So many different ways to earn currency. And the more you play, the more you're going to be able to bid and win on the auction item that you want. And maybe you want those Super Bowl tickets. Who would not? Get up to Sasquatch and Wildcard Casinos today, a family-owned casino that treats you like family. Time now for the lead.
The lead is presented by Sasquatch Casino, a family-owned casino that treats you like family.
Avalanche, they still have to sign Cale Makar. We'll see where they come up with the money for that. But now Marty Nečas is in the fold. 8-year deal, $92 million extension. When the Avs traded Mikko Rantanen in a deal that included Nečas, do they really kind of have to bring this guy back or look kind of foolish that you get rid of Rantanen, even though he wanted more money than the Avs wanted to pay?
Well, didn't he have to prove his worth? I mean, aren't we at a point where Marty Nečas is pretty much one of the guys that you count on, I think?
Yeah.
He's off to a tremendous start this season. My goodness. Yeah, I mean, it's an either or kind of thing. When you really get down to the money at the end of the day, it's basically, are the years a little bit different?
No.
You know? Okay, the years are the same, right?
Both are 8 years.
Yeah.
Nečas is $92 million. Rantanen is $96 million. But my point is, they could not come to an agreement talking about Rantanen and the Avs. They traded him. They got a really good player in return to Nečas. They knew that before they brought him in. It's not like suddenly he's become a really good player. But in some ways, if you're going to make a trade like that, you better expect to sign this guy, or else you really traded Rantanen for nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. From that standpoint, certainly an important thing to do. First, most important thing to do is that you're going to get value out of the signing. You've learned enough about the player to know that he is going to fit and to work well with this team. Next one is obviously to take care of the business, the optics, all of the things that go with it. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's kind of an interesting trade, isn't it? Really, more than anything else, it's we'll take him and you get him, and you know, I mean, Rantanen ends up making 2 moves to get to Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Nečas just makes the 1 move to get to Colorado, but I think in the end everybody's happy. I hope that they are. I mean,
I think some people will say, "Wait a minute, the deals look almost identical. Why didn't you just keep Rantanen?" Right?
Right.
I think Rantanen wanted more than what he got from Dallas.
Yes. Right.
But the other thing to consider is this. I'm not suggesting that Rantanen isn't worth 8 years, $96 million. Is he a better player than Nečas? He is.
Yeah.
But Nečas is also 2 years younger. And I think that plays to me a significant role where you can make the case you're going to get 2 extra years out of Nečas, and that's a long deal.
Well, and it was, I don't want to say it was a contentious negotiation with Mikko at the end, but he was asking for a lot more than the Avs were willing to part with. So you got to take that into account, because that's now 2 years ago, right? I mean, so the economics obviously were a different challenge then. So yeah, I'm comfortable where the Avs are and with the roster that they have, and I think Marty Nečas is going to be. He's already playing a huge role on this team, and I think it's going to be, as long as he stays healthy, like everyone else. As long as he stays healthy, this is a really good player on a really good team.
There's no question that Rantanen's a really, really good player.
Mm-hmm.
He benefited playing with McKinnon. He benefited playing on a power play with McKinnon and Makar and whoever else they wound up throwing out there. Who would you rather have straight up if you took age out of the equation too? I'd rather have Rantanen. But Rantanen is still going to be really, really good without McKinnon anyway.
Yeah.
He leads the Stars in points. Nečas has more points than he does. He plays with McKinnon. And I think that plays a role in that. The funny thing is that to me, Rantanen, when Landeskog was healthy, and it's not really fair to say it that way, when Landeskog was healthy, your best players were, let's call it McKinnon, Makar, Landeskog, and then I'd throw in Nichushkin.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, Rantanen was number 5 on the list. He just was.
Yeah.
I would rather have Nichushkin than Rantanen because of everything that he does.
Yeah.
And then for Nečas, he does get paid a lot of money, but he's still slotted 4th or 5th anyway. Isn't he?
Right. Absolutely. I think you've brought up the tiebreaker. 2 years younger, $4 million less.
Yeah.
Yes, really. I mean, if you're basically getting the same guys, I mean, let that.
You're not. Rantanen's a little bit better.
It is a little bit better. But I think Nečas, for where he is as, I don't know. It wasn't going to happen 2 years ago. Rantanen and the Avs were at odds. Rantanen was asking for more money, period, than the Avs were willing to pay. And once they knew that, it was just a question of where he was going to go. Now they send him to Carolina. Carolina, kicks him to Dallas. That's unfortunate. We've talked about that a lot. It's too bad it worked out that way.
Yeah.
But now at the end of the day, I like the Avs. Marty Nečas feels like a piece of the puzzle that fits nicely.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where Mikko was a great guy. We all loved him. He was a great guy it seemed like he was a great guy in the clubhouse, a great teammate. Everybody seemed to like him a lot. But at this point, for where they are, to me, Marty Nečas is a better fit.
Why?
For who the Avs are right now.
Why?
I just see him as a more I don't want to use the term a more complete scorer. I watched him score the other night. He scores from surprising angles. He's a younger, sprier version. And that's not to take anything away from Mikko Rantanen, who still has lots of good years left in him. Yep. I just think that he plays with a different kind of energy. And I think that he's a willing partner, not necessarily no one's an equal to McKinnon, right?
Right.
No one's an equal to McKinnon.
Well, Makar is.
Makar, yeah, but I'm talking about forwards. I'm
yep.
talking about the guys that are playing forwards.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, Rantanen, I just think that Nečas is a better fit for what the Avs are doing right now. Even though I would agree with you, if I could have one player or the other for a 40-game stretch down the I probably would take Rantanen.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's so much. So it's so different right now that you would hesitate with Nečas.
2 days ago, when you looked at the AFC, kind of wide open. Wouldn't you agree? I know the Chiefs are on a heater right now. They're the defending AFC champs. I've watched Buffalo enough to know Josh Allen is still unbelievable. I'm not totally buying that the Bills are great. I think they're very, very good, but I wouldn't call them great. Then we don't know really that much about New England. We've seen Indianapolis, but we're kind of waiting for the trapdoor to open on them a little bit. Then you look at the Broncos with that defense and an offense that's improving. So kind of wide open in the AFC. I said 2 days ago, because watching the game last night, Lamar Jackson's back. And now the Ravens become a handful if they can find a way to dig a hole out of the hole that they found themselves in when Lamar Jackson pulled them out of it.
Yeah, what's the stat is 1% chance when you're 2-5 to reach the playoffs. But they looked good last night. But Miami's awful.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami is just awful. Tua is brutal. That doesn't take anything away from a guy that's been a multiple MVP. We know what he's capable of. We know what that offense is capable of. You know about Derrick Henry, and you know about Flowers, and these guys are all proven entities. So you need to pay attention to the Baltimore Ravens at this point.
Well, listen, no one's running away with the AFC North.
No.
I mean, are you really a big believer in 40-plus-year-old Aaron Rodgers and the rest of that Pittsburgh Steelers team?
No.
Not particularly.
No.
I'll tell you what I did find amusing was, as the trade deadline is coming up this upcoming Tuesday, I was looking at potential available tight ends in trades.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw multiple times, multiple lists, Mark Andrews on the list.
Yeah.
He's not on the list anymore, and not because of what he did yesterday. He's really stinking good. I believe he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year, but with Lamar Jackson back, the Ravens are not going to be sellers.
No.
And certainly not Mark Andrews. Now, if Lamar Jackson was out for another 4 weeks, I think Mark Andrews might be suiting up for another team a week from this upcoming Sunday.
Yes, without question. But if you're all of a sudden, if you see yourself differently at the 8 week poll, right? So you're 8 weeks in, the halfway poll, basically.
Yeah.
If you see yourself as a contender, and why wouldn't the Ravens right now? They're in a division that they can still win. There's plenty of time for them to reel, the top of the division back in. So, yeah, Mark Andrews is a guy that helps them do that, for goodness sakes. Yeah. If you don't have Lamar for 2 or for 3 or 4 more weeks, you probably make that trade.
Well, take a closer look at the Texans and their 3 wins this season. Win over the 49ers. And remember, you can only play who's on your schedule. The teams that you play, you have no idea what the injury report is going to look like week to week. With that, they have 3 wins. Win over the 49ers, pretty good team this year, even with Mac Jones. But the Niners are playing without Brock Purdy, their starting quarterback. They beat the Ravens, the Texans did, without Lamar Jackson. And everyone has turned the Titans into their village bicycle, where everybody has gotten a nice ride into a win. 4 losses against teams with winning records, albeit they were close games. So with that, when you look at the teams that the Texans have beaten and have lost to, does this game overly concern you, knowing it's not like they have a bunch of signature wins? Well,
you got to go on the road and play well in hostile territory.
Like Philadelphia?
Yeah, you got to go do that. But I would think that you need to play. You need to play better than you did in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
I mean, I think you do need to do that.
Okay, so let me
Broncos.
spin this differently, Bruce. What makes you think the Texans are going to beat the Broncos straight up? And when I say straight up, this is what I mean. Broncos don't kill themselves with drive-killing penalties. They don't extend, Texans drives with stupid penalties, and they don't turn the ball over a lot. Straight up.
Then the
Everything
Broncos
being
win.
equal. Right.
Then the Broncos win. I mean, the Broncos are the better. I think the Broncos are the better football team, and I think the main difference for me between the two is the Broncos' defensive front against the Texans' offensive line, which has proven to be a little undependable this year.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud is a guy that hasn't performed particularly. Now, he's performed much better of late, and he was good last week. So he was good. He was at his absolute best last week against the 49ers. So he is coming off of his best performance of the season, but he doesn't perform as well under pressure. And what do the Broncos do up front? They pressure. Right. And I think that probably becomes the telltale sign of this game. Everyone's talking, rightfully so, about the Texans defense, and you give them their flowers. I mean, they've got demonstrated ability. I mean, you pointed it out the other day. The only game they've given up points is the 27 to Seattle.
Yep.
The Broncos can score 27 points against this defense. If Seattle can score 27 points, then the Broncos can score 27 points. Now, are they going to have to play well and consistently? Yes, absolutely. And do they have the capability of doing that? I think so. I'm not totally bought in, but I think so. I like the Broncos in this game, 24-20.
24-20. When you look at CJ Stroud overall, do you look at this guy who has fallen, not dramatically, but fallen off his rookie pace?
Well, last year was not good. I mean, he was outstanding. This guy was a phenomenon in his freshman season, his rookie season. And then he had a really tough second year. Yep. He's better. His start, the first 3 weeks was brutal. Absolutely brutal. This offensive start in their first 3 weeks, all of which were losses, was brutal. But they found something, and they don't run the ball as well as they have in the past. They don't have Joe Mixon right now.
Right.
They are getting Nico Collins back from concussion, so their receiving core, which I think is kind of sneaky good. I mean, it's sneaky good. But it's certainly not great. It's capable. You've got to take care of them. They've got 2 or 3 guys from Iowa State that have actually done a really good job for them. But you can. I think that you can manage that, and I think that the Broncos defense. Nobody's talking about the Broncos defense in this game. Everybody's talking about the Texans defense in this game. And I know Pat Surtain is out. And there will be challenges, altered roles, obviously, in the back end with Riley Moss and Jahdae Barron and Abrams Drain. They're going to have altered roles now, but that's okay. That's why you have the kind of depth that you have in this room. You expect guys to play well and to step up and not to fall off too much. That'll be a bit of a challenge, but I do think the Broncos defense will end up being the difference in this game.
Just for fun, tell me which guy you want to take. We're going to play the game. Who do you want? Okay. Do you want the guy who's passed for about 1,600 yards this season, completed 67% of his passes, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, quarterback ratings at 94, QBR is at 63? Have you digested all of that?
Yes, I got a lot of numbers there.
You have another guy. Okay, well done. You have now the Broncos, remember, have played 8 games, and the Texans on 2, 3, 4, 5 have played 7 games.
Yeah, 3 and 4.
Yep. Okay. So CJ Stroud has played 1 less game. Or would you rather have the other guy who's passed for 1,800 yards, completed 63% of his passes, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, you know I'm talking about now, 91 quarterback rating, 58, 59 QBR. And both have rushed basically for the same totals.
Yeah, I mean,
They're identical pretty much.
They're pretty much the same guy, right?
Yep.
They're pretty much the same guy. So, I mean, I guess you roll. Maybe you just go with the guy that got you there. So I'll take the first guy, which is Bo Nix. So
that wasn't.
The second guy.
Okay.
That's Bo Nix. So
by the way,
because I know him.
By the way, you said your final score was 24-20?
Yeah, 24-20, something
So you're
like
taking
that.
the over, huh?
Yeah, I am taking.
Because the over's 40.5. You really think with both of those defenses, those kind of points are going to be scored?
Yeah, 24-20, 24,
Wow.
20, 21-17. That would give me the under, right?
21-17? Yeah, it would give you
That
38.
would give me the under. So
well, don't change your prediction based on
I'm not
an
going to
over-under.
change it. I'm not going to change it because I'm not going to bet it. But
Right.
I think how often do you see games where the defenses or the offenses are so touted and then they end up generally disappointing? I don't know. I mean, this Houston defense is fantastic. They don't do much, but they do it extremely well.
They don't get to the passer as well.
They don't get to the passer as well.
You know who gets hit quite a bit? CJ Stroud.
A lot.
Outside of his last game, when you look at his box score, sacked number of times, 3 times, 2 times, 3 times, 3 times. He gets sacked and hit far more than Bo Nix.
This is the best defense that both teams have played.
Yes.
So I will take the Broncos defense in this situation and what they do. 36 sacks, tops in the league in quarterback pressures. This is 8 games in. You now have information that you can basically hang your helmet on. I think we know what the Broncos defense is, and I think that they very clearly understand what their job is this weekend, and that is to get to CJ Stroud.
Coming up after the break, including Sunday's game, we're going to take a look at their next 5 games. And where do they have to be in the standings, in theory, as they head into the stretch of their final 3 games, or final 4 games, I should say, that you can make the case they can go 4-0, but they can easily go 0-4 because they're playing much tougher teams at the end of their schedule. Also, is the shine off the Buffs? And I mean gone. And do you think they will ever be able to get it back? That's next.
Ever wondered where city and county fleet vehicles go when they retire? Now's your chance to find out and score big. Imagine driving away with a great deal on a reliable vehicle. For over 45 years, Roller Auction has been the trusted source for government fleet vehicles and equipment. Trucks, SUVs, sedans, and more, all selling to the highest bidder. Don't miss out. Visit roller.bid/hot takes to get auction updates today. Your next vehicle could be just a click away.
Everyone has their favorite barbecue spot. Mine, Smokin' Dave's Barbecue and Brew. My favorites, slowly smoked ribs, smoked corned beef Reuben, smoked meatloaf with a portobello balsamic cream sauce. And don't forget about Smokin' Dave's 16-hour smoked brisket and pork with one of their 4 homemade barbecue sauces. Great sides, you bet. Barbecue beans made with pork and brisket and their southern corned bake. Man, you gotta try it. Plus, they have amazing non-barbecue entrees on the menu. Go where I go, Smokin' Dave's Barbecue and Brew in North Denver.
Here's another great promotion from Sasquatch and Wildcard Casinos in Blackhawk. On December 13th, it's their annual holiday auction for a pair of Super Bowl tickets, tools, jewelry, electronics, toys, and kitchen appliances. Earn auction currency with every locked up jackpot, players' points, or a daily cash drawing. There's so many ways to earn currency, and the more you play, the more you'll be able to bid and win what you want at their auction. So get up to Sasquatch and Wildcard Casinos and start stacking your auction currency today.
Ferguson's Heating and Cooling is the best in Denver, and their customers agree. Ferguson's has 165 5-star Google reviews, and here's one from Betsy. Highly professional, prompt, and honest. I switched to Ferguson's when I became aware my former company was trying to sell me a whole new system I didn't need. Ferguson's is an honest, working, family-owned business that'll give you a fair price, the highest quality parts and equipment, and they always show up on time. You can trust the Ferguson family like you trust your own family. Go to fergusonsheatingandcooling.com.
Everyone has their favorite sports bar. Mine, the Sportsbook Bar and Grill in Highlands Ranch, DTC, and now in Parker. All their locations are everything a sports bar should be. An upscale menu with 12 different burgers, outstanding wings, and my favorite, the Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. They've got every game on the NFL Sunday Ticket, MLB Extra Innings, NHL Center Ice, NBA League Pass, plus soccer, rugby, and UFC. Sportsbook, great hangout bar, great for private parties. The Sportsbook Bar and Grill in Highlands Ranch, DTC, and now in Parker. They are the Sports Bar. And welcome back. Hot Takes, Goodman and Haertl. Time now for What's Trending.
What's Trending is presented by Ferguson's Heating and Cooling. Your family should trust the Ferguson family for all your heating and cooling needs, and you'll see why they have over 165 5-star Google reviews. Make an appointment today at fergusonsheatingandcooling.com.
Want to dig into the Buffs real quick before we get back to the Broncos, if indeed we have time. Buffs play Arizona on Saturday. Crucial game for the Buffs to stay in the hunt for a bowl game. Right now, Buffs are 3-5. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, following that loss in which I think the Utes are still running on them. When Deion Sanders got to Boulder, everyone loved the shiny new car, and it was a stunner. So right now, how much of that shine is gone?
Well, I mean, you can't see yourself in a reflection. Let me just say that. I mean, this is I'll be interested to see how they compete this week. They didn't compete in Utah. Coming off of a bye, that's all they could muster. 43-0 in the first half against a freshman quarterback making his first start of his college career. It was eye-opening, remarkably disappointing, and it really kind of, at this particular point, when you look at the rest of the schedule right now, I don't think they win this week against Arizona, even at home. I will be glad if I am proven wrong. Absolutely glad to be proven wrong. West Virginia may be their only chance, and unfortunately, that one's on the road. So I don't know about this group being able to go on the road.
It's a tough place to play.
And play what it is a tough place to play.
I mean, most Big 12 schools are tough places to play, but there's, as I know I'm being stereotypical here, as I have the banjo music going in my head.
It is a hard place to play.
Right. It's a little, West Virginia is like its own country.
Yep. Yeah, it is. And it's 2 time zones away, by the way, also. Yeah. So that makes it a different kind of challenge. Yeah, I don't know. To me, 3 years in now, and you and I have talked about this a lot, we have unbelievable respect for what Deion Sanders has accomplished, not only in his career, which speaks without any of us needing to chime in, speaks for itself, and even what he has done at Colorado. The CU football program is in a so much better place than it was 3 years ago when he rolled into Boulder. Those things are undeniable. But where is this going now? That becomes the question for me. Where are we right now at 3-5, looking at a season that probably at this point at best will be 4-8? I mean, that's kind of where I would have them right now.
What were they in Deion's first year?
4-8. And then
it's all come full circle.
Yeah, it has come full circle.
And the thing is that games are still, now pseudo being nationally televised.
Yeah.
If you count FS1, wherever the hell that is on my dial, right?
Right.
And they've become just another program.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
That's not a top 25 program.
And I don't know what the thoughts are internally up there, but I think that you probably have to wonder a little bit whether, and I'll say it, to me, Deion Sanders isn't as much of a coach as he is like a general manager.
Yeah.
And this kind of
he's a community organizer.
Yeah, and the and the NFL crew I'm not denying all of these guys have got great marquee value, and I'm not saying that they don't have coaching value, but they don't have extensive coaching even in the NFL, let alone in college football.
Oh, let me stop you right there. I know that a lot of high school seniors would love to play for Warren Sapp and play for D'Amata Pecco, 2 NFL players, and one is a Hall of Famer.
Sure.
But Utah, I think, is still running on them at this moment.
Yeah, I mean,
and both those guys are defensive line coaches.
Right. And they haven't been able to, and correct me if I'm wrong, for the good that they've done, they have not been able, at least through the first 3 years, to find consistency in the way that they're building a program, right? They have not found chemistry. They have not found consistency.
Well, chemistry doesn't matter. Culture doesn't matter, according to Deion Sanders, right? His words, not mine.
Yeah, well,
it does matter. Deion, got news for you, and you have forgotten more about football than I know. But I've been involved in businesses where having a working environment where everybody's rowing in the same direction, does matter.
It hurts them a little bit.
Look at the culture in the Broncos locker room. Those guys are tight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those guys are tight.
Yeah,
I think Sean Payton, if you listen to what Deion Sanders said, culture, what's culture? What does culture really matter? I think even Sean Payton would snicker at him.
He certainly would, I think.
Yeah.
Probably. I think that if you're moving forward, and if Deion, and you hope that his health allows him to continue to do this, because I do think Deion's a smart guy. I think he can figure these things out. But you got to get some college guys on your staff. And I don't know about offensively as much, but defensively.
Why college guys?
Well, their inability to really handle a running quarterback has become kind of glaring this year. They just, and Robert Livingston, I think, is a pretty good defensive guy, but he's an NFL guy. He's been an NFL guy for many years. And I do think that you prepare defensively in the NFL a lot differently than you do in the college game because of the mobility of the quarterbacks and the running games that the quarterbacks offer. You get a lot more pocket presence and things of that nature in the NFL. Not that you don't have mobile quarterbacks, because you do, and you have to prepare for them, at various times during the season. But they have not been able to come up with a process that works at this level. They out-talented people, and I'm not taking anything away. I don't mean to take anything away from their ability to prepare. They did a good job a year ago. You don't win 9 games by mistake, but you did have better talent. They had 2 of the top 4 players in the country last year, right? I mean, so you beat them with Jimmys and Joes or Shadors and Travises,
right?
Last year. You have not proven without that kind of really talent that you can win with your process. So the process has got to get better, and I think that that's really the challenge moving forward, because this has not been I thought last week they just quit.
When is it JuJu time to give this guy some playing time? And when you look at the schedule for the Buffs upcoming, right, which they're not going to put him in this game at the very least to start the game, right? And we understand that because they're still in it. You know, when I say still in it, you just need to keep your losses, or you at least have to get 6 wins. And right now they need to win 3 of their next 4.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
And I don't think they are either.
No.
So when is a good time to start this guy?
Boy, that's a good
question. Is it at West Virginia? No. Against Arizona State at home? I think that's your best option because I sure as hell, and you have covered enough games there, and I have as well, even though K-State has been inconsistent this year.
Yeah, they're playing better now.
I would not –
No, you don't want to play there.
Put JuJu on the field on the road in Manhattan.
No, you don't want to do that. That is a bad place for him to start. Arizona State would, I guess, be the best answer because I don't know. Look, they may have missed the opportunity with him. I don't know what that relationship
There's 4 games left.
like.
What do you mean they missed the opportunity?
Well, I mean, the best opportunity to start him, you know, I mean, now you've got you're trying to hang on by your fingernails right now. You can't roll them out this weekend, obviously. That's not going to happen against Arizona. Now what happens if you win a game?
Right. You know what, honestly, for the betterment of the program, they lose. And they're sitting at 3-6. Let's see what this kid has. Listen, Salter, his college career is going to be over after this season because of eligibility. Staub is clearly not the guy.
Right.
You have to ready or not, JuJu, you need to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Period.
Yeah. And I mean, because then what are the options? You go right back to the portal and you got to try to find another fit. I mean, you're basically, I don't know where they are with JuJu. I mean, is JuJu like, yeah, I'm coming back no matter what. I mean, if he's
guaranteed the starting job, yeah. But think about this. Who's going to come to Colorado as the quarterback if JuJu's here? A transfer is going to sit behind a 5-star recruit? No. Is a 4 or 5-star quarterback going to sign to come here? No. It's going to be those 2 guys and whoever else.
That's it. Probably. Right?
This is their quarterback room, I think, for next year. You have to give this kid JuJu an opportunity to play his way up the charts in terms of being the right quarterback for this team. And they need to find this out now.
Well, then you got to play him and you got to bite your tongue or swallow hard.
I'll say this,
roll him out there.
Bruce, I'd be surprised if he doesn't start a couple of games if they are out of it.
Yeah, if they're out, if they lose this week, then all bets are off, right?
Right. And I'll tell you right now, if he doesn't start this season, it's malpractice. If the Buffs are out of it, bowl eligibility.
Yeah. I mean, it would be hard for me to argue that. So hopefully they have a plan. Hopefully they have a.
Are you confident they do?
Not always.
Why?
Because I feel like so much of what I feel like they kind of make it up as they go along.
Mean like they're building the plane as they're flying it?
I mean, what is the comment? What was the quote yesterday about Seton? He may play a couple of positions. Well, Dion said this, that Seton may end up playing a couple of positions.
Like what positions?
Well, that was my question. What position? And that was the quote. It was like, what are you talking about? This is the best player you have on your football team. Your best player. He is a top round pick at tackle.
Yep.
So there's I don't know. Look, nothing surprises me coming out of there. Nothing. surprises me coming out of there. So I hope they have a plan. I hope they have a clearly defined process. I'm not sure that we've really seen that this year. It's disappointing to be at 3-5 right now, coming off the way that they played a week ago and a bye. That's bad.
We knew that they would struggle without Shedeur and without Travis Hunter. But the way they lost to Utah, obviously, not a good look. And now it's about what does next season look like? I don't know. How many guys are going to hit the portal? Right. Are they going to bring in 50 new players in the portal? Mm-hmm. I mean, is Deion Sanders going to finally understand that you try and build – you need to get your quarterback, I get it, that you build your team from the inside out, not the outside in? You know, we got this 4-star wide receiver and this 5-star cornerback, and everybody's playing on the perimeter. Let's look at the Denver Broncos for a second. I think I might have this stat wrong, but I know I'm in the ballpark here. I think the Broncos' offensive line has given up either the fewest pressures or fewest sacks in the NFL this year.
Both.
Okay. And they have the most sacks on defense.
Correct.
That is building from the inside out.
Absolutely.
And that's why they are sitting at 6-2.
Yeah. That's your core. That's where you start to build. Any football team, right? You want to be
not the Buffs. That's not the way the Buffs look.
That's where you want to be. And I understand the challenge is different in college, but everybody's facing it. Everybody's facing it.
Yep.
Some teams are figuring it out. Some teams aren't.
Yep.
And I don't see if they can get one more win this year, great. But I'm not sure about the mental status of this football team right now. You would think that they would have gotten this thing worked on this week, but I need to see. I'll be watching tomorrow. It'll be interesting.
This is where culture matters.
Yeah, it does. I think
the guy's going to rally. We'll see. That's going to do it for us. Hot Takes, Goodman and Haertl. Make it the best possible weekend you can.